Alright, I have finally decided to go ahead with a full snake room tour for anyone who's interested. I know there's many other ones on YouTube, but I figured we'll show off mine. As you can see, it's pretty apparent for anyone who comes into the house that this is the room with the snakes. So we'll go ahead on in and check it out. Alright, so this room used to be a guest bedroom, or it was intended to be, but now it's a snake room. So I guess we'll start left to right, I guess. Kind of ignore these. These are my brothers, two of my brother's geckos that are on the floor right now. They're going to be going in an animal plastics rack soon, so it'll be more cleaned up. Anyway, yeah, they're going to be going, they're going to go in this little spot between these two, between closet 1 and closet 2. Right underneath this nice rattlesnake drawing. Not by me, but was given to me. So in this closet, I don't have too much reptile stuff. I have gentle giant tongues, and Hook from Midwest Tongues also. Let's see, what do we have in here? Some longer hemostats, old lights, bulbs, cleaning supplies, boxes, and miscellaneous type items. Little bag of Sandy chips, yada yada. Not too much. I don't try to keep that much stuff in here. I don't have any venomous right now, but I use the hook and tongs if we go look for venomous out in the wild, which has come in handy one time so far, but it's worth it. So, whoops. So in this first corner of the room we have little hand vac for all the messes that I make with the shavings on the floor. And then we got this freezer. I think it's 5 cubic feet. It's just about the perfect size for what I need. Obviously we got rodents, lots and lots of rodents. Pinkies, fuzzies, mice, little rats, big rats, all sorts of things. Just about all the kinds of rodents of assorted sizes. Some more rodents down there. I also, hopefully I'm not the only one who, I won't come off as too weird, but occasionally if I find something pretty neat on the road that's intact, I will keep it in the freezer. Like this dusky pygmy rattlesnake that I found, when was it found? October 18th. Also, another cool trick I figure I'll show real quickly that I do with little rodents. Let me get one out. This is I think a rat pinky, yeah. And what I do with them, and this is thanks to Tom Pinson, who I bought from, he gave me this idea, so it's not mine, but it worked great, is you take these pinkies, or anything that doesn't have fur, rat or mice pinkies for the most part, and you put them in these individual little craft bags, which you could buy like 100 of them for $1 or something, and you fill the bag with water, and then it does take a little bit extra time. It normally will take me to do a bag of 50 like 10-15 minutes. It's not really that bad. And then what happens is it dramatically reduces freezer burn. If any of you guys know, with freezer burn on those little pinkies, they get freezer burn very quickly, and these you could leave in there potentially for several months and you'll barely have any freezer burn when you take them out. So that's if anyone wants to go ahead and use that, it's a great means of keeping them from getting freezer burn. So on the floor I have a 55-gallon tank. I'm trying to totally phase away from any type of aquariums. I hate them. They're really annoying to clean, to get into. The only reason that I'm still using it is because it does have a lot of vertical space, and in here right now I have a male. You see him? Hey there, buddy. This is a male 07. He's an outcrossed from the Stillwater line hypo, and he's het for hypo. And so he's in there by himself. I did have a pair together, but I wanted to separate them so we didn't try to breed with her too young. I'm obviously not breeding them at only a year old. I'm going to wait till they're 3. But he seems to like to climb a lot more than the average bull snake, so I have him in here with this nice setup I made with some branches and leaves. Simple, but he gets use out of it. I just don't like having to clean it. Now unfortunately, in this vision cage I am going to keep it a secret still as to what I'm housing in here. It will be the first time that this particular color mutation in this species has ever been shown on YouTube. It is a proven trait, not by me, but by who I bought it from. There's very few in the country. You can't export this species outside of the U.S., if that probably doesn't help with identifying the species. It also is a very rare species in captivity. It is the rarest of its genus, and it's certainly the most seldom kept in captivity of its genus. So looking, I don't want to get too close. You guys can look forward to, I'll unveil that soon. I hope I don't get people mad, because it's not like the dreamsicle from Ralph Davis or anything as rare as that, which was obviously the first one, or like Bitis parviacula, Ethiopian mountain adder from Viper Keeper. Nothing on that scale, but really cool snake, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So let's go over top and we'll see. Currently the room is 84.2 degrees, 47% humidity. In South Florida it does get rather hot, so I'll back up, and we got the bathroom over there, obviously that's self-explanatory. Cleaning, spare, a nice big tub of sandy chips, and a spare bin, and I have some spare bins over here. And this is what I just finished building. Back up, back up, back up, back up. There we go, barely get it in frame. This is a rack for 74 quart, the biggest Sterilite bins that they're in production right now. 10 of them, which I'm only using, let's see, I have 5 in use right now, and I have 2 in the bottom of the section that are not being used, but I'll fill them up eventually. I have some babies that are not quite ready to go inside the rack yet. And so I'm already up to 7 minutes, so I'm not going to have to be able to spend too much time on the rack. So basically I got some supplies, scale, hide boxes, deli cups, forceps, temp gun, paper towel rolls, which I cut in half and use for hides for baby snakes, and here's Flex Watt heat tape that I have taped down for all of them. This one, if you could see, not really, but this is the one that I have the probe taped down onto. I'll touch it with my finger. Let's go in. Not really, but I'll touch it. This is where the probe is. It's right there, taped down onto the heat tape. So that's how the Helix, which I'm using up here, gets its reading, which obviously is a great unit to use. It's a little more pricey, but well worth it in my opinion. More cleaning supplies, and we have baby ring pythons here. Hello. They're getting big. Baby ring, another baby ring. They're old bins. Hypo female, the Stillwater hypo female's in here by herself. Male black pine snake. Female black pine snake would be in this one. Male Woma python, female Woma python, empty, empty, and more supplies. Backup thermostat that I'm not using right now. Garbage bags and other things. I also put these poles in front of it. It's probably a little bit unnecessary. It's an idea that I copied from Ralph Davis, and basically it's just metal piping that you put these U-brackets at the top and the bottom so that the pole can lift out, and it's probably, like I said, totally unnecessary, and that these bins are so large they're not going to move anyway. But it just helps me sleep better at night knowing that there is absolutely no way, as I'll demonstrate with one of these bins, that if the snake somehow manages to pull on the bin or push the bin, here's the, as you can see, it's knocking on the pole and it can't come out. Also, these bins have, I can show on the bottom one real quick and then I'm out of time. These bins have these little notches in them made for that split lid that they come with. And I was going to use putty to fill it, and it was just a disaster. So instead I've used a much simpler, much easier solution, which is just wrapping some duct tape over it, and it has worked perfectly so far. And if it rubs off, all you got to do is take 30 seconds and put a new piece on, but I haven't had it. I can see a little bit of wear on it, but it's lasting so far. So that's it. I'm already out of time. I've wasted 10 minutes. And this is basically the whole snake room for you guys who are interested.